So what I'd like you to do right now, however you're sitting, just feel your sit bones. Close your eyes and just let your seat, so let that pelvic floor, but also the muscles of your glutes, your muscles of your thighs, just letting all that relax. And imagine yourself just really connecting to the earth, like feeling the weight of your pelvis as if it's sinking into your chair or the cushion you're sitting on or into the floor. And then just tucking your chin slightly so that your chest is open, rolling your shoulders back a little bit. So, this is a good exercise to do or meditation to do at any time. But right now, in this winter time, as things are getting darker for those of us in the northern hemisphere, and some things feel like they're coming to an end, and then there is this idea of things beginning. And sometimes we push a little hard on that in terms of when we come to the end of the year and we have a lot of expectations about this festive season and what that might or should or could look like. There's often a lot of disappointment as well as expectation, and sometimes a lot of joy, but it's a good time to settle into this connection to the earth, gravity. So basically, we're connecting through what the lower triangle. So the lower triangle being the navel chakra, the sacral or sexual chakra, and then the root chakra, the muladhara. So it's a good time for foundations. You just feel the length of your spine from the top of the crown of your head going down all the way down to the base of your spine. Your pelvis is heavy and your spine is a little bit lifted out of that pelvis. And be breathing through your nose. Long and deep into your belly. Breathing into your belly, making it nice and round, full. And then just holding that and pressing with the muscles on the sides of your ribs, just pressing down a little bit into that lower triangle space. So imagining you're pushing the energy from your navel down through your sex organs, down into your pelvic floor and down into the earth, and then releasing the breath and drawing energy up from the earth through that lower triangle up through your body. And then breathing in again. When your belly's nice and full and round, holding it gently and then just squeezing down from your rib cage, pushing the energy down through the navel, through your sex organs, through the pelvic floor, down into the earth. And then exhaling and drawing the energy up from pulling up on your anus, your sex organs, and your navel as you exhale, and repeating that. So a woman's body or a body with a womb feels the cycles of the months. There's a flow that she feels every month. She doesn't have much choice around it. It just happens. For those of us who don't have a womb, masculine identified men especially, we don't notice the change of the months or the change of the seasons. So if you're listening to this, I would invite you to just spend a little time paying attention to how your body and your mind responds to the change of the seasons. And a good way to do that is to do this kind of just a sitting, long, deep breathing exercise, breathing into that lower triangle, connecting yourself to the earth, reminding yourself that you are of the earth and that the cycles of this planet often do have an impact on how you are experiencing what's going on around you. So as you're connecting to that lower triangle and its connection to the earth, just imagine that what is going on around you. One of those things is that the earth is moving around the sun at several thousand kilometers an hour. And that our solar system is moving at an even faster rate through the Milky Way, which itself is moving. And we don't feel this because we have an atmosphere. One of the reasons we don't feel it is because we have an atmosphere around us and we have this experience of gravity. And it's the same for our own bodies. So as you're breathing into your belly, imagine your navel center as the center of your universe. And the more that you can ground this center of your own universe and create a zone, an electromagnetic zone actually, around yourself, the less you are disturbed by the movement of things around you, and the more able you are to be aware of what's happening around you without necessarily being affected, having to respond, feeling like you have to respond. So again, you're breathing in nice and slowly through your nose, down into your belly, letting your belly become nice and full and round, holding that breath gently, squeezing down from your rib cage, down through your navel, down through your sex organs, your pelvic floor, down into the earth, however you're sitting. And then as you exhale, you're drawing up energy from the earth, moving that through your pelvic floor. So you're squeezing up on your anus, your sex organs, your navel, and exhaling up and out. And then inhaling again. So you're creating your own little orbit of breath. Moving through or around that central navel point. And lots of times we feel the external as some kind of upset or movement in our belly, butterflies, upset stomach, um, frequent bowel movements, the need to pee. All of those things are just reminders to us to slow ourselves down a little bit so that we can become more aware of what's happening around us and more able to choose how we respond. And again, we're at a time of year where the season is changing. As I'm saying this, we're getting very close to the winter solstice. It's not unusual for us to start to feel some intensity just from the very fact of how the light is changing in our lives. And most of us respond to that. And one of the ways that we can create some equilibrium, a more responsive rather than reactive way of being in the world, is to breathe slowly into our belly, hold that breath, pressing it down through the navel, the sacral, the root chakras down into the earth, and then drawing up inspiration, which literally means to breathe in, drawing up inspiration from the earth through, again, that lower triangle by squeezing up the anus, the sex organs, the navel, as you exhale and empty and breathing in again. The dark months are a wonderful time to focus on this lower triangle, to the connection to gravity. The light is low. Stimulation tends to be lower externally in the winter months. It's a good time to tend to our roots, to slow ourselves down in our activities, in our social lives, even if only as a practice, just for a season, slow things down. Now, over the next 3 breaths cycles, I'd like you just to make your cycles a little less intense so you're not pushing down so hard. So you're relaxing your practice. And then just breathing normally. You're not holding your breath at any time. You're not pushing down anymore. But now just bringing your attention to your navel, moving out as you inhale and moving in as you exhale without any pressure, just noticing the movement of your navel. Our culture puts a lot of emphasis on purpose, purposeful activity, purposeful life. This is an excellent time of year to relax the quest for purpose and allow what might be more important than your own idea of purpose, to allow a deeper purpose to come to you. This is a time when a lot of people are moved to make resolutions or big plans. I would suggest it's a better time to just sit, to become still, and wait for more light. And in this dark and still and perhaps more silent and more solitary time, to just learn to hold yourself, to pay attention to what your body is telling you, to nourish that body. And that might mean starting to attend to how you're eating, how you're moving. This is a very good time to be focused on yourself, starting with your own navel. It's a good season for navel gazing and letting the purpose flow from that rather than the ideas that come to our mind. So take a few more gentle breaths. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes and take a few moments to realize, to become aware of what's around you.